Hello everyone, my name is Nick, back in the main pilot seat. We're on the Commodore 64 and we're going to be looking at an arcade conversion. This one is AFTERBURNER, published by Activision in 1988 and based on the arcade cabinet from SEGA in 1987. So AFTERBURNER also came out on the Amiga, a number of other systems, but I reviewed it on the Amiga, the SEGA Mega Drive, the Game Boy Advance and the ZX Spectrum. You control an F-14 Tomcat over 18 stages by firing missiles and various shots. You must kill alien waves, we'll go on sound effects here, or enemy waves, and get to the next stage. Right, off we go. Oh, this looks a bit dodgy. This is going to make me a bit ill here. Right, so shooting, I'm not quite sure. Oh, it's firing missiles automatically, is it? Now the frame rate on this is terrible. Maybe it's going to get a bit better, but this is the worst version I've played so far. This game, the tactics really are just avoid the enemy fire. Cool, this is bad. And don't get hit yourself. So sometimes the success is a little bit random. Man, I didn't expect it to be this bad. Other versions aren't... Well, the Amiga, one of the Amiga versions was pretty hopeless, but that looks like genius compared to this. I'll put it on sound effects, but there aren't too many sound effects here. Let's just weave backward and forward, and hopefully future levels will get a little bit better. Frame rate is absolutely killing this, but we seem to be doing okay. I don't feel like I'm fully in control of the plane in terms of the shots and missiles launched, and you definitely need that. Amount of lives left are represented by the planes in the bottom left and missiles left in the bottom right. I am finding it hard to alternate between the two. If you had this one back in the day, let me know. I don't think I'm going to be able to play this for much longer. I've only just loaded it up and I'm starting to get a headache already. Man, remember to blink playing this, not because of bad colours, but bad animation. So that's stage 1 done, I think. Hit count 0, bonus points 0. Man, this is a pig to control, and I think it's trying to load something. It's loading, right. Oh man, I'm not liking this. Very long load times, going to need to edit these. Man, that felt like I was waiting about 10 minutes there. I will edit them down so you haven't got to wait, but here's the next stage. Looking very brown, and just as bad as the last one. Right, we've got enemy fighters coming in from behind. A really feeble shot. Maybe I should have put music on. I'm not going to be able to take much more of this. If you had this one back in the day and loved it, let me know. Is it one that takes a lot of practice and your eyes have to get used to it? It's a pig. It's probably one of the worst Commodore 64 games I reviewed so far. Am I being a bit harsh on it? I don't think so. I just compare it to other versions. If you look at the Game Boy Advance and the SEGA Mega Drive version, although they're more powerful than this, you have to bear that in mind. And look at this one. This one doesn't compare at all. It's like, yeah, you wouldn't try and hunt down the other versions of AFTERBURNER if you played this one first. That's all I'm saying. Hold on to your lunch. I wish I hadn't eaten so much. Boo boo. Very weak sounds. Those crafts, they don't stand still enough for you to actually get proper aiming on. And you're just going all around the place. I wonder if we can get this into a barrel roll at all. Now, apologies. I'm not sure if you're going to have to watch this for too much longer with the... it's loading again. The last loading took about 5 minutes. Goodness gracious me. You need quick loading times to build up any rapport with this, to get into any rhythm of gameplay. This certainly hasn't got it. It's a bad game with bad loading times. Stage 3. I wish it was the last stage. Push fire. Off we go, and we're refueling. So I did all that loading up just for that. It better not load after this one. I want this to be flush with the next stage. Right, off we go. It is flush with the next stage. Thank God for that. Small mercy. So the ship's refueled. The craft's refueled. We've got more missiles there, and we go forward. Looks very similar to stages 1 and stage 2. We've crashed. We've lost another enemy plane. It seems quite easy to avoid the enemy fire here just by weaving left and right and going upside down. The sky now has gone grey, but there's no clouds or anything like that. It's just block colours. If you was playing this on VR, I think you would have been ill quite a while ago. At least with this you can look away for a second. I'm having to stay with my eyes locked on the screen because I've got to commentate on this mess. So it's like, what is it, like strange, like sprites or polygons coming towards us. Doesn't feel like you're flying a plane at all. Feels like we're like a toy plane maybe in a washing machine, going round and round and round, and haven't got too much control over it. Sound is weak, animation is weak, overall gameplay is really poor, and terrible loading times in between each round. Unless the load time's quick here. So if you have this on a disc, it might be a little bit better rather than the tape, but then you've got to play the game longer. I think waiting for it to load is just about as enjoyable, or maybe more enjoyable, than playing the game itself. How long have we been playing this? God, not even 6 minutes. Well, this might be a shorter review than normal, and it's loading again. Oh man, I'm gonna hit myself over the head with a stale baguette until I would go unconscious, I think, or a baseball bat or something. More editing required. How long have I been waiting now? I must have been playing this game for maybe, I'm not joking, for over like 25 minutes, half an hour. I'm going to edit this down to get hardly anything, I think. This is going to take all day. Or all evening. I haven't got all evening. I'm back at work now. Croas's Blast. Why did I try to review this? Now, I did think about aborting it, but I'll continue onwards. We'll persevere with it. But if you're looking at this on eBay and you've got the real machinery, don't buy it. That's what I would say. Don't buy it, because you're going to be disappointed. Don't fall for the name AFTERBURNER, which was an absolutely splendid arcade game. This is not converted well at all. There's not one good thing I can say about it. Not good music. Well, you can select that if you want to. Success is random, and in the end you're not really bothered if you live or die. And I'm starting to feel that in the real world now. This is really bringing me down. Oh, I did a barrel roll. That improved my morale slightly. I need a pint of banana milkshake, I think, and maybe some chocolate ice cream. Red lights flashing. That means there's an enemy wave against us. We seem to outford that with another barrel roll. This is stage 4. What's your favourite stage so far? Probably none of them. As I say, if you disagree with my what I'm thinking about this, because it's the first time I've played it, then please put your comments below. It's all about different opinions, but I think most people are going to agree with me on this one. This is an absolute dog. Say what you mean. And it's loading again. Right. Why can't it... I mean, the gameplay's not too different each time. Why can't it just do 2 stages in a row? What is it actually loading? Right, we're there again. So we'll think we're gonna land here. Yeah, we're landing, right. So we're landing for a refuel this time, not an air refuel. There we go. There come some people to give us some new sandwiches and fuel and all that sort of stuff. And we're off to stage 5. Taking to the air. Let's see what this stage brings us. Attack. Oh, you're joking, aren't you? More loading. That's it. I've had it with this game. You know, I'm aborting, so I think we've seen more than enough of this one. A terrible game. AFTERBURNER on the Commodore 64, published by Activision in 1988, based on the arcade cabinet, was infinitely better in 1987. Now, if you've got any thoughts about this game, any good or bad memories, then let me know. What's your favourite version of it? Because I've viewed quite a few different versions on the channel. Let me know about that. A huge thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel so far, helping the numbers grow. It does help a great deal. Until next time, let's put this game behind us. Take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.